welcome to LUNAFEST. I'm your host, Bonnie Winfrey, and I have with me someone that everyone out there knows.
Hi, I'm Dr. Judy Mitchell, the President Emerita from Joliet Junior College and currently present owner of Judy Mitchell Consulting. Welcome to LUNAFEST.
Yes, welcome to LUNAFEST. This is a great evening. This is when we see films. There will be 7 films written, produced, and directed for women and by women. And I know that is just a great thing to do because in my line of work of producing films, you know, I've always been excited about putting productions together, and all the people here, I mean, we're sitting right here at the beginning of LUNAFEST, and people are just pouring in to see what LUNAFEST has to offer. Isn't it something?
It is. The room is getting filled. You hear everyone talking. They're excited about just being with each other tonight, watching the films, just having that opportunity to share and be together. So it's going to be an amazing evening. I'm so excited.
I'm so excited too, Judy. And you know, it's an honor for both of us because the Zonta Club of Joliet is putting this on, and both of us are Zontans. And I just want to ask you, what does it mean to you to be a Zontan?
Oh my gosh, I am so proud. So several years back when I was appointed the president, I was recognized with the Distinguished Woman of the Year award from Zonta. Again,
So well deserved.
oh, thank you. And I was so excited and so proud. And from that day on, I really started to just embrace everything, the mission, the vision, the purpose, and became a member. And from from this day going forward, it's amazing. It continues to be everything that we do to support our community, the young girls, the women around the world. Everything that we can do is it's so powerful and so impactful. It's an amazing organization.
Yes, it is. It truly is. And I've been the PR director for 2 years and also second vice president. And I can truly say that it is worth putting your time and effort into the projects that Zonta is all about. It's a great thing, even on a local level as well as on an international level, as Dr. Judy Mitchell just mentioned. But getting back to LUNAFEST, oh my God, it's just going to be a really great night, and I am so glad we get to share it with all of you. So don't touch that dial. We have more to come. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
I'm here with Beth Colvin, the president of Zonta. Oh my God, this is a big night, isn't it?
Oh my God, this is so exciting.
Oh my God.
Everything looks fantastic.
It
I'm so
really
excited.
does. It really
Oh
does.
gosh.
And the people are just really having a great time.
The energy.
What? Yes.
I'm telling you.
It's electrifying.
It is.
What does this mean to you, the success of LUNAFEST, and what does it mean to Zonta?
Well, LUNAFEST, this is our 3rd annual LUNAFEST. 2022 was such a success here down at the Ren-center that we raised $10,000 towards the endowment scholarships due to from sponsorships and attendees. So it was it's a great event, and Zonta is able to benefit the young women of the community through sponsorships.
So Beth, why Joliet Junior College for the endowment?
Well, we had established the endowment scholarship in 1996. We benefit 2 young professional women, and the scholarships are roughly between $800 and $1,000 each to young girls in the business or professional field attending Joliet Junior College.
Oh, that's really a big deal.
It is a very big deal.
Oh, wow.
And how exciting it is for those scholarship winners, that is the recipients.
So Beth, what do you think what do you want the audience to take away from LUNAFEST 2023?
I hope that the audience, the Zonta Club hopes that the audience, by sharing diverse stories, can spark conversation, connection, and change in our community.
That's great. That's a mouthful right there.
It is a mouthful.
Yeah.
So.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you
and
very much.
We're all having a good
We're having
time.
a great time. If anyone would like to know any more about Zonta, please visit us at jolietzonta.org. Have a great evening. Thank you, Bonnie.
Thank you. LunaFest 2023 is finally here. But for these two, they are the organizers of LunaFest 2023, and they have put in so much work in pulling this event together. Helen, what does it mean to you to know this is the day? It is happening. The people are here. They're having a good time, and we haven't even really started yet.
Well, I think the key thing is that they're having a good time, and that's really exciting for us. And so I've taken a deep breath and say, we're at the point, it is what it is. And when we get to that point, it is what it is.
It is what it is. So why LunaFest?
Well, LunaFest fits into the mission of Zonta and also the mission of the Joliet Junior College, that we want to have women that are going on doing something with their lives, and we need to be about helping them do that. So LunaFest goes into our endowed scholarship for that non-traditional student, for that student that needs a second chance. Or they're the first child in the family to go to college. But we need, as women, we need to make sure other women have the opportunities that were so graciously afforded to us.
And I have to ask you, Helen Hester Ross, she was previous president of Zonta. What does it mean to you to be a Zontian?
Well, what it means to me is that I can help fulfill the mission of the Zonta International, and it's about uplifting women, empowering women, and that just fits my DNA, and that's what I am all about. Anyone that I'm working with knows that I want them to do their best, and I want to be a part of them doing their best. That makes me feel good.
That's the truth. That is really the truth. I am here with her counterpart here, Christine Schlitzman. And this woman here, she is a force. I mean, when she gets an order from this one right here, it's carried out like... Well, let's not call it an order. What should we call it?
Well, it's just that we collaborate.
Work well together.
We work well together. We start out with a plan,
right.
And that's key to anyone that's ever worked in marketing or has ever done anything. We talk, we plan, we collaborate, and then we implement. And when we get to that stage, you better watch out.
That's right. That is the truth, and that's all I was saying. So how are you? This day is important to you. Tell everybody why.
It's so important to us. This is just a fantastic event that really brings our community together. And our theme this year is Empowered Women Empower Women. And that's what we're all about with Zonta, and that's what this event is about. We are empowering women in our community who are attending JJC to pursue careers. And it's so awesome to see our community come together and to support this mission.
It really is a beautiful thing. But the one thing I want to ask you, tell us about our sponsors.
We are so very fortunate to have community sponsors, and I want to give a big shout out to our Over the Moon sponsors. So that would be Darcy Automobiles, our Over the Moon sponsor, and our very own Zontian, Kathy Cawley, who is the owner of Voyager Group. And then, of course, we have our full moon sponsors, Joliet Junior College and ExxonMobil. So without the support of our major sponsors, we wouldn't be able to raise the funds that I know this event is going to raise tonight.
What do you want people to know about LunaFest?
I want people to know that this is the opportunity to really engage in discussion about topics that impact our world and our local community. So tonight you are going to watch 7 wonderful, thought-provoking films. We are going to discuss racial injustice, gender identity, and even just celebrate sisterhood with these films. And when we get so many people in a room really engaging and watching these films that were designed to provoke thoughts, that's a really cool thing.
Yes, it really is. So I want to do something here. We're getting ready to kick everything off. I want you to bring the people from our listening and viewing audience into the room to witness LunaFest. So let's welcome them and have them come in.
We're so excited that you're going to be viewing LunaFest and possibly viewing some of the films later on. We're excited that you want to learn more. Our country is so diverse, and it behooves us to learn more about each other. It behooves us to always want to be engaged. And when people are different, that really is exciting to me because I want to get to know how they're different so they'll get to know how I'm different. And I just think that the world is changing, and we owe it to ourselves to create a kinder, more loving society. So welcome in.
Come to LunaFest.
Welcome to LunaFest 2023. We hope you enjoy the show.
You certainly will. What an honor. I am here with Essence Clark, and she is this year's MC for LunaFest 2023. Oh my God, what an exciting adventure for you. What does this mean to you?
Well, this is actually the first time I've emceed anything, so it is definitely an amazing opportunity. I'm looking forward to kind of breaking in as we may be talking about a new career here. We'll see. But also I'm grateful because this is my first year in Zonta, so I'm grateful they trusted me with this assignment.
Yeah. We all love her. I've known her ever since she was born. She's just a tremendous person. And Essence is the type of person that if you give her something to do, it will be done very, very well. So tonight, in looking at the fact that you are emceeing and you are controlling the mic for everyone, what kind of thoughts are running through your head as you think about the different films and what will be portrayed tonight?
Thank you. So I did have an opportunity to take a look at the films Saturday night, and they were really, really great films. They covered an array of subject matters. Some were close to my heart, and some I was like very interesting. So I'm really looking forward to the audience reaction because there are some very deep, thought-provoking films. There are funny films, so it will be really nice to see the audience emotions run the gamut. Yeah.
That's the one thing I can say about LunaFest. The film clips, they kind of tug at your heart. If there's something that you're going through emotionally or whatever, you'll be able to make a connection and be able to heal possibly from what you've seen. So I just want to congratulate you for being this year's MC. You will do a phenomenal job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Bonnie. Thank you.
Thank you.
So hi, with me I have Dr. Yolanda Farmer, the Executive Vice President at Joliet Junior College. And she and I go back quite a few years and very special, dear friend of mine. And so, Dr. Farmer,
yes,
welcome.
Thank you.
What do you think of the night?
Let me tell you, I am so impressed with this evening. I'm so excited to be here and representing Joliet Junior College. Thank you, Dr. Mitchell.
You're welcome.
Yes.
And can you share a little bit about the impact the scholarships have made on our students?
Oh, absolutely. So let me give you a little history about Zonta and the wonderful scholarships that we offer within Joliet Junior College. One scholarship is really to support our female students, specifically in our STEM program.
Yes.
And then also the other scholarship is for our culinary arts program. So very excited.
Yes. Well,
Yes.
thank you so much for
Thank you.
coming out with me tonight.
Yes.
And enjoy the rest of your evening.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr.
Okay.
Mitchell. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Okay, and with me now I have Winter Jackson, a successful attorney locally from Joliet. So
Yes.
welcome, Winter. Can you tell us what brought you to the LunaFest this evening?
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here. It's my very first LunaFest. I've heard great things about it. Helen Ross invited me, and I'm so glad she did. I'm able to meet a lot of new women that I've never met in Joliet,
Yes.
and it's such a great cause.
Yes.
I'm definitely an advocate of scholarships, and especially for women and women who need a second chance. I think we can have fun,
Right.
and we contribute to a good cause.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, I can't thank you enough for joining us tonight, and we look forward to you returning next year.
Thank you. I plan to be back.
Okay, take care.
Okay.
It's LunaFest. It's a great night. Like I said, so many people are coming out, but this is a great time for you because your daughter is the MC tonight. Edna Brass, ladies and gentlemen. And before we get into the fact that Essence is the MC for tonight, I just recently read that you received a special award. What was it?
I received an award from After the Peanut on Jazz and STEAM Night, and it was an innovation award for supporting the After the Peanut organization. Yes.
Wow, what an honor. We just want to say congratulations. Oh my God, you're a proud mother tonight. You're here to support your daughter. What does that feel like?
Well, you know, it's interesting that I was at LunaFest last year. I did it. The year was virtual, and so Christine actually reached out to Essence, and she, of course, became a Zontian.
Right.
And then this is her first year, and they saw something in her that I see all the time, and they asked her to be the MC. So
Right.
it's quite an honor.
Yes, we are so proud. We did ask her, and she's been great ever since she got involved and became a Zontian. So you're looking forward to the clips today. What did you think of the ones last year?
Last year, I still remember most of all when we were doing the discussion, the follow-up, and the young women.
That was something.
Yes, the insight that they gave and that. And so, you know, these movies, they're inspirational, but they're also movies that you learn from and you
Right.
grow from.
Right.
And the thing about it's just not a movie that you go to at AMC eating popcorn. You leave knowing that you're empowered,
That's right.
knowing that you can make the world a better place, and know that women are in the forefront of
Yeah,
change
that's right.
for the better.
She summed it up perfectly, and we want to thank you, Essence. I mean, Essence, looking at her, looking like Essence is looking like her mom, Edna Brass. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Bonnie.
Thank you. I'm here with Denise Winfrey, and Denise is a loyal supporter of Zonta, and it's just a privilege and an honor to have her here for LunaFest. Thank you so much for coming out.
I'm glad to be here. And I want the audience to know that you don't have to be a member to support Zonta. Zonta has a cause that resonates around the world, and people need to get involved, put their money, their time, their effort behind their interests, regardless of whether you're a member or not.
Yeah, so what does tonight mean to you? Why did you come?
I came tonight and I have my daughter, my granddaughter, who was with me last year, and a friend of hers, 2 high schoolers and a middle-ager, and then me, an old crony. But we're here tonight because we appreciate all that Zonta does in the world and in the Joliet community, and the opportunity to see the film clips is really amazing. So we're excited to be here to join all the people who are here tonight for this great adventure, and we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, I must say she's a former woman of distinction, and we are happy that you have that honor. You know, as a part of Zonta, you were chosen with big numbers, and we're very proud of you and all the things that you have accomplished and what you're doing. Tell us a little bit about what you're doing now in your
What
career.
I'm doing now is, some of you may know, I'm a Will County board member. I'm also the president of the National Association of Counties, which means that I represent 3,069 counties across the United States. And so in that capacity, I'm basically an ambassador for the National Association of Counties. So I'm around in D.C., across the country, representing counties, their needs, their questions, their concerns to the larger audience. I'm there in the federal government, I'm there in the legislature, in the state, and in other states, talking about counties, what's important to them, and how others can get on board and help make counties successful across the country.
That is great, Denise, and thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here. And I hope
Yeah, you're
others,
gonna.
if they're not here this time, join us next year for LunaFest.
I just would like to welcome everyone this evening. And I know there's a lot of attendees that are just getting their plates, and we're trying to just adapt, adjust. So my name is Beth. I want to welcome you to the LunaFest 2023. It's brought to you by the Zonta Club of Joliet area in partnership with Joliet Junior College and Luna Bar. I have had the privilege of serving Zonta Club of Joliet as the president for the last 2 years. My reign will end in May. All I want to thank you for attending tonight's event. We begin with the national anthem sung by Joliet West High School principal Takara Parker. Give her a round of applause.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed as the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Oh my gosh, was that incredible? Thank you so much. Wow. At this time, I would like to ask the elected officials to please stand up in the room. Denise Winfrey, Will County Board, Saul Brass, I can't, Lorraine Guerrero, who's the other one? Gwen Ulmer. I am so sorry. I did not have the list. I apologize. Thank you all for attending. And at this time, it's my privilege to introduce our co-chairs who put this event, this incredible event together. Helen Hester Ross and Christine Schlischman. Please give them a round of applause.
Welcome, everyone, and thank you so much for being here tonight. I look at all the people in the room, and it really is just a wonderful representation of our community, and we're so happy that you're here to join us. So as Women's History Month comes to a close, it's really fitting that we're gathered here to watch thought-provoking films produced for women by women. In addition, the proceeds from this event fund scholarships that empower women in our community continuing their education at Joliet Junior College. Can we get a round of applause for that, because that's really awesome. I truly believe that knowledge is power, and I can think of no better cause than to empower the women in our community through education. So thank you for being a part of that.
Well, Christine and I have a saying when we get to this point of an event that we that we work tirelessly on, we say, well, it is what it is. And we realize at this point that we should be happy and joyous. So I'd like to ask a question. How many empowered women are there out here? Can you? And of course, an event like this would not be possible without the support of our sponsors. All of our sponsors are listed on the presentation behind here. We thank you for your generosity, and we encourage our audience members to support the businesses that support our community. And now it is my great honor to introduce fellow Zontian and Over the Moon sponsor. And when we say Over the Moon, that means that this empowered woman has been with us from the beginning and support our cause to send more women, to give them the opportunities for a college education. And it is my great honor to introduce Kathy Cawley, owner of Voyager Group.
Thank you, Helen. I just wanted everyone to know that our sponsors of this event, all of the money from the sponsors goes straight to our endowment fund, the Zonta Endowment Fund, with the Joliet Junior College. Nothing went for the food or the decorations, but all straight to the scholarship fund. I don't know how many of you know that this is an endowment fund. And what that means is that the earnings from the investments can be given out every year in scholarships. From our fund, it goes to a woman, and a woman who is going to continue her education at either the University of St. Francis, Lewis University, or Governor State. And we are so proud to have this building because with the sponsorships that we received this year, we're able to have our fund go over $50,000. Our goal is to have that double as quickly as we can, and we're so appreciative of our sponsors. It's my privilege to be able to introduce two of our main sponsors to you this evening. One of them is Terry Darcy. Terry, I just met Terry for the first time tonight, but I told Terry I feel like I've known him for many years because when I attend events like this or read about them in the paper, it seems like I always see the Darcy name as a sponsor. Very philanthropic for our community. And Terry, we thank you so much for being a part of our Zonta event tonight. And without further ado, I'd like you to come and speak.
Thank you for that kind introduction. Typically when we do a sponsorship investment, I have it written in there. I don't have to speak, but tonight's a heck of a night, and somebody told me I might have to get more used to public speaking, and I'm not sure what they're talking about. But it's my privilege to be able to partner with the Zonta Club of Joliet tonight to host the LUNAFEST. You know, I really like to continue to do this for years. I've been involved in a lot of cool things over the career I've had here. We started New Orleans North. We started the Taste of Joliet. We've done a lot of things in partnership with many of the city organizations, and there's nothing more important than what we're doing here tonight to create scholarships to empower women. I know we're celebrating Women's History Month with a theme of women who tell stories, particularly women who have been in the past or present in the media. Storytelling tonight will be an extra special event. There's some young ladies here tonight that are journalism majors. In journalists, they're in high school. They want to be journalists. I have a hard time sometimes reading this stuff. But I'm sure the stories tonight will be a great deal of information to them and to help them with their futures. For almost 30 years, our organization has sponsored / invested in one of my favorite endeavors, which is the Athena Award. And I gotta bet there's a few Athena Award winners here tonight. I know there's one. And I would ask any Athena Award winner to please stand up and be recognized. I've been involved with that for such a long time, but I used to be on the selection committee, and it was so hard to choose. And when I read what those ladies did, I'm like, man, I'm sitting still. I better get out there and start doing something. You know what they say, if you want to talk about something, get a man. If you want to get something done, call a woman. In closing, I just have a few things my mom and my aunts, who were all educators, taught me from an early age. Number one, open doors for women and shut your mouth. Number two, women have a sixth sense men were never gifted with, so they probably already know what we're thinking. Number three, if you get the look, you're in big trouble. We all know that. Number four, be kind to women, and kindness will be given back to you. Those ladies were the mentors helping me make me who I am today. They were givers. They were all educators. And I know that educators have to give. They don't get paid enough, in my opinion. No offense to school systems, but they do it because they're heartfelt in what they're doing. You know, I'm now on the other side of the spectrum. I was talking to one of the young people that worked with me today, and I said, life is a roller coaster. You got 3 30-year windows of it. And I'm in the last 30-year window, and I'm so happy to be here because all the things that I've gathered in my lifetime I can now share with young people. And what I want to do is help them avoid some of the pains that come from bad experiences. And what I'd recommend to all the young people, choose a good mentor, gain wisdom, and walk with the wise. So we're looking forward tonight to our 7 stories, and many thanks to those who have worked on this so hard to bring those talents and stories here for us tonight. Thank you. Peace, blessings, and all good things to you.
Thank you, Terry. One of our other major sponsors is ExxonMobil. ExxonMobil has been a supporter of Zonta for many years, always there for us, and with their sponsorship going straight to the scholarship fund. And we can't thank them enough for being a major contributor. And just like Terry, we see ExxonMobil in many, many events because they're extremely supportive of all of the important causes in our community. I'd like to introduce to you the plant manager of ExxonMobil, Tanya Bria.
Thanks much, Kathy, and thank all of you for the warm welcome. I've been in Joliet in the area about 2 years now, and it's a wonderful community. It provides so many opportunities, valuable opportunities, that enable not just women, but all people to reach higher to accomplish great things. Zonta Club is an example of this. They elevate and celebrate women through this festival, LUNAFEST. At the refinery, we partner with a lot of our local schools and community groups to attract women employees to make them part of Team Joliet and to make Team Joliet the strongest it can be. And once they're on our team, we work really hard to retain them through mentoring programs and other activities led by our Women's Interest Network, or WIN. Our WIN members are very active across the community. You've probably seen them supporting Habitat for Humanity, the Will County Children's Advocacy Center, Joliet Chamber of Commerce, the Zonta Club tonight, just to name a few. And 2 of our members are with me tonight. Thanks, Katie. Thanks, Sarah, for coming. We appreciate it. And of course, Pete. ExxonMobil participates in events like this because if we can pique the interest of just one woman here tonight to consider opportunities in science, technology, engineering, mathematics, and the arts, the STEAM category, and maybe come work for us someday, it's totally worth it. Pull us aside if you want to know anything about what we do that's fun and exciting at the refinery. We're happy to talk about it. We're very, very proud to support LUNAFEST this year, and I'm looking forward to what these filmmakers have in store for us and what they've produced. Thank you for the opportunity to share this evening with all of you. And thanks, Kathy.
Thank you, Tanya. And then my last introduction for the evening is with Dr. Yolanda Farmer. She's a vice president of Joliet Junior College. She has been instrumental in helping us put all the details together for this event tonight. And really the theme of the whole event is about women, empowering women, and our scholarship endowment program with Joliet Junior College. We are so lucky in our community to have JUCO with us. They are the oldest junior college in the country, and they seem to excel. We're reading about wonderful things about them almost every day in the newspaper. And so I would like to introduce to you Dr. Yolanda Farmer.
Thank you so much, Kathy. Thank you for that warm introduction. So good evening, everyone. So on behalf of Joliet Junior College, and most importantly, our president, Dr. Namuo, who cannot be with us tonight, he's actually traveling into Denver for a conference, but his lovely wife has joined us. Really quickly, Tiana. Namuo, if you can stand for recognition, please. Thank you. So once again, I want to thank you for gathering today for this wonderful event, LUNAFEST 2023. So tonight, we gather here to celebrate inspirational work of talented women who've made remarkable contributions to the film industry. This event is a tribute to the creativity, the passion, and vision of remarkable women. As we watch these amazing films tonight, let us continue to support and empower women from all aspects of life. You already heard that these proceeds will go to Joliet Junior College endowed scholarships. And I just want you to know that we are at $43,000, wow. But we want to expand that, increase that amount to at least 60. You think you can help us with that goal? Yes? So on behalf of our executive director, Christy Mulvey, if you could please wave for a second, our director, executive director of the foundation, we want to thank you for your contribution, but most importantly, Joliet Junior College would like to thank Zonta, the women of Zonta, for your hard work, your contribution, and your support. So thank you. So I have a very special moment today, and I have the privilege of introducing the Master of Ceremonies, Essence Clark. Essence Clark loves her family, her friends, and her community. A native of Joliet, Essence is the oldest of the three girls born of Sol and Edna Brass. She attended Laurel Way School and is a graduate of the Joliet Central High School. She continued her education by earning a Bachelor of Applied Psychology from the University of Illinois in Chicago and a Master's of Science in Human Resources Management and Development from National Louis University. Essence began her career in human resources at UPS. She would later transition to a career in career services in workforce development at IT&T Technical Institution, DeVry University, and Prairie State College. She is currently employed as a part-time career planner for the Workforce Center of Will County. In this position, she is grateful to have the opportunity to work with her community. In 2017, Essence earned her real estate license, that's a secret, and became an associate broker at Carter Realty Group in Joliet, Illinois. Okay. In her career as a realtor, She has been blessed to assist hundreds of families to reach their real estate goals. Essence is consistently a top producer at Carter Realtor Group. Most recently, wait for this, recently being awarded the Platinum Club Award, selling over $6 million in volume of real estate in 2021.
That's my brother.
When Essence's mother, Edna, Sora Edna, are you here? Hello? Signed her up for dance class at the age of 3, who knew that almost 40 years ago, dance would still be such a huge part of her life? Since 2002, Essence has been a dance teacher at the Generation Dance Company in Joliet. Here, she has the privilege of sharing her love of dance with hundreds of students for over 20 years. She also serves as the co-director for the Genuine Praise Dance Ministry at Mount Zion Baptist Church, where she is a member and serves under the leadership of Dr. Curtis Bryant. Throughout her community, Essence has served as a member in the Big Brothers and Big Sister of Will County and Greer County Mentor 2.0 program. I can just go on and on, Essence. She is currently a member of NAACP, where she serves on the Education Committee. She serves as a member of the National Hookup of Black Women in the Zonta Club of Joliet. Essence was happily married to the late Mike Clark, who we absolutely all loved dearly. For 10 years until his untimely passing. He was absolutely one of her biggest supporters in her career as a realtor, dance teacher, in her community involvement, as their love of community is something that they share together. Essence is excited, and let me just tell you, we're excited as well, Essence, and honored that you will serve as the Master of Ceremonies for the Zonta Club of Joliet 3rd Annual LUNAFEST. Please join me in welcoming Essence to the podium.
Good evening. How is everyone doing today? So I'm gonna need you all to bear with me for a little bit. This is the first time I have ever emceed anything in my entire life. My hope is that when we're done, you'll think to yourself, there's no way this is the first time she's done this. But it is. I am grateful to be here. I joined Zonta this past May of 2022. And so I'm really grateful for this opportunity to serve as the MC. I joined through the urging of my mother. You see where I get my personality from? And the urging of my beloved Mike Clark, who said, Essence, this is a group that is doing things that you should be a part of. So I'm grateful that the both of them kind of gave me that push. And here I stand before you, and in my first year as a member of Zonta and as the MC for Zonta Fest. So welcome. And thank you, Dr. Farmer, for that introduction. Thank you so much. So I tend to walk around a lot, hence me being a dance teacher and everything, so I'm probably not gonna stand behind the podium, okay? So the job that I have today is to be your MC. My job is to give you instructions about what you need to be doing with the films, to kind of make sure everybody stays on task. I teach 3- and 4-year-olds, so I like to think I'm okay with that. Right, Miss Jackie? And to give you directions on what we should be doing. You all ready? Okay. I'm a little nervous, but Woosah. So this evening, we will be watching 7 films. All 7 films are written, produced, for and about and by women. That's what makes it so amazing. We are on Women's History Month. Women are amazing. I am grateful for my tribe and everyone who came. Part 1, we're going to view 4 films. When you are viewing the 4 films, it's important that you all take notes so you know what it is that you want to discuss. After you watch the 4 films, there are going to be 10 minutes of table discussion. After that, we are going to have 15 minutes for comments with 3 stationary microphones. The stationary microphones are over in this corner, over in this corner, and right here. Okay? So, again, you're going to watch 4 films. We're going to comment after we've watched the 4 films and discuss. So that's why you're writing in your notebook so you don't forget the thoughts that you had. Part 2, we're going to view another 3 films. When you're watching these 3 films, again, take notes, because that will be followed by a 15-minute comment section with the 3 stationary microphones. Any questions? I said any questions like you all can talk back to me. All right. I believe we are ready to start. There are discussion questions that are going to give you some insight on the films. You know how they say you should read directions before you start something? That's what these discussion questions are for. So read the discussion questions so you kind of know what you're looking for. And then also, I believe on the second page, there are points that you should be thinking about as you're reading the films. The first 3 films we're watching is our Reclaim Your Water by Faith E. Briggs, Miss Shay Love by Sarah T. Gama, Pete by Brett Parker as a director and Pete Barma as a writer-producer, and This Is Beth. You guys enjoy these first 4 films.
Your arms are too skinny. Your breasts are too big. You don't look like an athlete. Climbing hard was my path to feel worthy. Back then, nobody talked about struggle. The way to be the best was to just obliterate myself each day.
Yeah.
No! This isn't that hard. It's only hard for you. I decided that I wasn't gonna be ashamed of my body anymore. This was the first time that I finally felt comfortable in my own skin.
It's all about image.
My name is Sita Sadali, and my graffiti name from many years ago is Shelov. I remember the first time I saw a graffiti piece. I was so excited. I just wanted to use this spray can. I wanted to use this tool. I'm half Indonesian and half Western European. We were raised with our mom, and she's from Indonesia, specifically from Java. How do we express that culture and American culture in a very authentic way?
My name is Mugeri. I'm from Congo. I grew up knowing everybody was family. there is a people who doesn't like my tribe. I always think they're gonna do something bad to me. When we sleep, we heard the bomb, they burn their houses. All my family gonna live or die. We just ran different directions. I don't have a family no more. I'm alone. I'm trying to find my family. I will just ask God to make me stronger. I found this United Nations program. I was scared. I didn't talk about where I came from. I'll be asking, have you heard anything about my family? I want to be strong when things are hard. It's a miracle.
Hi, I'm Pete.
Heads up!
It was summertime, 1975, Winter Park, Florida. The best time of the year. We played all the baseball we wanted, rode BMX bikes, built forts in the muck, and stayed out till sundown. It was a great time to be a kid.
Unbelievable. That's terrible.
Or was it? I guess what I hadn't known was that the world outside my cul-de-sac wasn't ready for me to be Pete yet. But I didn't know how to be anything else.
I guess it's just important not to limit yourself out here. To say that something's like a white sport or a black sport doesn't really apply. There's a lot more of us that are more adventurous than we give ourselves credit for.
Okay, baby. Rules. 1, no PDA. Yes. 2, help in the kitchen. And 3, no sexy skin.
We should button you up.
But really?
You're right. Soriapa's not even here. It's cool.
Welcome to the Science Family Xmas Eve game night. Yay!
Surprise! Y'all couldn't have game night without your big sister?
Merry Christmas! This is...
Are you white?
No.
What do you think of Luz? I need your approval.
Are we gonna play games or what? I came here to win things.
Okay, so the next part of our program, you are going to take about 15 minutes, scratch that, about 10 minutes at your table to discuss all 4 films. Here are some discussion questions and you can kind of have in your head. Number 1, how did the films make you feel? Empowered, excited, inspired, refreshed, sad, curious, confused? And which parts of the films brought up these feelings? Second discussion question, which film was most memorable for you? What set it apart from the others? Third discussion question, which, if any, character, protagonist in the film resonated with you the most and why? Number 4, did any of the films challenge your perceptions about the world and your place in it? Did you gain an insight, learn something new, or think about a familiar topic from a different perspective? And number 5, do you feel any of these films are particularly insightful or relevant now? If so, why? At each table, there should be at least 2 packets where you can discuss, again, as a table. In about 10 minutes, if anyone wishes to have any remarks, you can go to one of these 3 mics. Go ahead and discuss. Thank you. Okay, hello. Can I please have your attention? Hello. If we can start to wrap up the discussion. Thank you very much. So now we are going to invite individuals in the audience to come up to one of the 3 stationary mics they would like to give remarks about the films. So you all are welcome to come up right now, if you can make your way to the mics. Right there, there, and there. Anyone? I've got a free cup of coffee for anyone who wants to say anything. There's a mic over there. Thank you, Marissa. Woo, woo! See, that's why you have family come to your things.
I was like, first of all, I was like, I feel like I'm in a grad school class, but I'm kind of okay with that. But it's about any of the
films,
okay.
Any discussion.
So my table wanted me to say something I had quoted about Pete, because there was a question about is animation.
Speaking to the mic.
There was a question. Oh, I didn't know it'd make a difference. There was a question about whether animation was a good form to use for this film, and one of the things that I just wrote down is that the animation helps to show the innocence of self-identity. Oftentimes we think it's just like this complex thing that I'm a teacher. I'm a high school teacher, so a lot of times we think about it being more of a complex thing than it is, when really a lot of times, when my experience is the students that are ready to talk about it, it's us as adults that need to slow down and listen to what they have to say. That's it.
Were you about to curtsy? Nice job, Marissa Cochran. That's my sister. Yeah, hi, that's my sister. Go ahead. Thank you, Winter. Go ahead.
Hi, Essence.
Hello.
My name is Winter. This is very exciting. I've enjoyed everything. Number 4 for me was very, very inspiring, and it was a confirmation. We saw that she gained her identity from doing the rock climbing, and she believed that her self-worth was tied to how hard she worked. And she had an internal dialogue where she didn't feel happy with herself unless she really beat herself up. And so this really resonated for me, because recently, and I'm encouraging everybody here to try something similar. Recently, I've started to unearth beliefs that don't serve me. And that belief did not serve her. She said that it wasn't until she gave herself grace in her journey of doing the hard things would have been better. And so we have hidden beliefs. If you heard in the background, it would whisper, "You're not doing enough." But when she had her child, it said, she talked about appreciation. And so she had a belief system, a core belief about who she was that did not serve her. And I've recently discovered about 5 or 6 core beliefs. So if we get still, and if we allow the pain to speak to us, to move past the pain, we can uncover those beliefs that don't serve us. And I'm gonna give you guys an example. One of my old beliefs was that if I'm nice, people will take advantage of me. And I had to learn that I want to be nice. And I thought that it would mean that I'm a punk and you're gonna use me and abuse me. And I thought that if I was nice, then I'm controlling, that you won't hurt me, but only God can protect me. And so I tell myself this on a regular basis, that those beliefs don't serve me. And so what did she do? She said, I just made a decision when I had my child. And so it's just that simple. So I really, really appreciated that film, not because of the body image, but we have beliefs that block our focus of where we want to go. And I hope that we just think about her and how we can uncover the beliefs that stop us from getting to where we really want to be, which is happiness. So I love that. I loved it.
Thank you so much, Winter.
Why is Winter Jackson always the most fashionable woman anywhere? I'm just wondering. Anyway, I just want to give a shout out to our Joliet Township High School Central and West students over here at this table. They gave so much input and insight, and it was brilliant. It's like they have great teachers and principals or something. I don't know. So one of the things that they said that resonated with them and our table as a whole is that these 4 films talked about their mother's influence in some way, shape, or form, and how important it is to talk to the people, our mothers, our aunts, our cousins, our big sisters, about where they came from, what culture means to them, what it's like. Lamelis McCormick shared how when she was younger, she would sit at a table with all of her family and they would share stories. And stories are so important. We need to share more stories, break down walls. And I also loved that when they were talking, they talked about sometimes when you are multicultural, and also in my opinion, you're not black enough, you're not Mexican enough, you're not German enough, you're not sprechen die Deutsch if you don't speak the language, etc. And we need to maybe work on that a little bit collectively, especially in Joliet and Will County. So just thank you to JTHS students.
Thank you so much, Lorraine. Joliet Central in the house. Any other discussion? Any other points? I know when I watched the films on Saturday night, that's when I first saw them, the thing that really stuck with me in the first film, Reclaiming Our Water, is talking about remembering how things were at the beginning, when you weren't trying to impress anyone, when you were just doing things for the pure joy. And that really resonated with me as I watched the films on Saturday, because the first film talked about going back to the beginning and remembering your joy, right? And then the second film, which Miss Shay Love talked about going back to the beginning of her career and finding the joy. And then Pete also talked about the innocence of doing something that you don't even realize that you are not, quote unquote, supposed to, and finding joy. And then even with This Is Beth, it talked about going back to the beginning, how when she first started climbing and recapturing that feeling. So that's something that resonated with me with all of the films. All right? Are we ready for the second set? Yes, okay. All right. The second set is 3 films. The 3 films that we will be watching are More Than I Want to Remember. Amy Bench is the director. The Syed Family Christmas Eve Game Night with Fawzia Mirza, the director, and Kausar Muhammad, the producer and the actor. And the final film that we will be watching is Swimming Through with Samantha Sanders as the director. Go ahead and please enjoy. Is anyone else cold right now? Yes? Okay. Same thing. We want you all to take about 10 minutes to discuss, and then we will have a group discussion. Go ahead. Hello? Okay, can we wrap up the discussion? Are we discussing? Hello? Hello? All right, thank you so much for your spirited discussion. Thank you. If we can wrap it up, we again are looking for some people to come up to the mics and discuss their thoughts regarding the films we saw. At this time, if you would like to share, make your way to one of the mics. Again, at this time, if you want to share, make your way to the mics. Charlene Martin. Charlene Martin, to the mic. Is she? Or Jacqueline Hosey, either one. we go. Thank you so much. All right, thank you. Let's give her our attention.
Hi. Sorry, that was way loud. Okay. What I really picked up from the last 3 films we saw was the relationships between women. I feel like it's so important, especially since we're always put against each other. It's very important to find those relationships with other women, have strong connections with other women. Like the first one, how she found connections with her adoptive mother and then her biological mother, and how they both how they were all a family basically. And then the second one with her relationship with her significant other and her sisters, both are very important, especially the one with her sisters, how she felt anxious and really it's very important to have those strong family relationships, especially with other women and stuff like that. And then the last one with the friendships, and how her friendships in the end helped her with her hardest times. And it's very important just to build strong relationships with other women, especially in a world where we're always told to be against each other and always criticizing each other. So that's what I really liked about those 3 films.
Thank you for sharing. Anyone else?
So I want to say that I was under duress and was pressured to come up there by Helen Ross. Would like to make that known. So I got a couple of different points out of this. Yeah, that last video really captured my heart. It made me feel very warm. I learned to pick your friends wisely. I learned to, every now and then you have to do something wildly crazy and get you a circle that will plunge through life with you. Thank you.
That's it. Anyone else? I can share. I know that the last video really, really resonated with me. Most of you may or may not know, I lost my husband in October of 2022, suddenly, unexpected. And when I tell you that part of the reason why I can still stand here in my sound mind and still have some sense of peace and joy, other than the grace of God and my family, is the incredible friends who, number one, my husband surrounded himself with. Pay attention to who your significant other surrounds himself with. When I tell you his friends stepped up and stepped in and made sure that I was going to be okay, irreplaceable. Not just that I was going to be okay, but that my sister-in-law was going to be okay, and that my mother-in-law were going to be okay. And when I tell you my tribe stayed the night with me for about 2 months, so I wouldn't be at home by myself. They were at my house 24/7, so I didn't have to be home by myself when I wanted them to spend money so we could do things. They were there. So as I watched that movie Saturday night, I was glad I watched it then because I was prepared. But that's what resonated with me. Relationships with women, friendships are incredible and irreplaceable. You know how you hear people say, or sometimes they brag about how you have a small circle and you don't deal with many people? You all, it's okay to have a large circle as long as that circle is strong and healthy and positive, and my friends show up. Thank you all for showing up all the time. And I hope that I am able to reciprocate the love that you all have shown to me. And my family is amazing too. Obviously, I come from. So the sister video also. I have two sisters, you all. Surprise, surprise. They're right there. One you may think is me. We're not twins, we just look alike. Anyone else? Thank you. No, go ahead. Thank you for speaking. I'll thank you afterwards also.
Ooh. They always told me never give me a mic, because once you get a mic, then it's a problem. But I just want to say, you know, on the upside of things, that sometimes life deals us some cards that are very difficult. The first young lady has some difficulties in her life, and we're all going to go through some types of difficulties, be it family being taken away from us, being shipped off to some other place, being some type of military service, some type of whatever. And what happens to you then is not as important as what you do about it. So keep in mind that, thank you, keep in mind that whatever befalls you, you can get through it as long as you stick to it, so to speak. You know, so holding your head down from people talking about you or having adverse effects upon you and so forth is not as important as you taking confidence within yourself and moving through it. Now, taking confidence in yourself is also not as easy as it sounds, you know, and that's where each of you come into part at, especially with our young ones. You know, we have to encourage them. We have to let them know that they're on their own and that they can stand on their own, and give them the encouragement to be different or whatever it is that they want to do to strive for that. You know, and whether they're young or whether they're old, we still all need the same thing: love, camaraderie, and togetherness. So whatever we're going through, however you're going through it, you know, there is somebody that can help you with it. And if they can't, if you can remember to stick to it, keep your eyes in the sky, and you'll get to it. I forgot what else I had to say, but I think that's enough.
Anything else? Okay. All right. Well, thank you again for taking part in the discussion. Thank you for watching the films. Thank you for coming. At this time, we are going to have our co-chairs come back up: Helen, Hester, Ross, and Christine Schlussman.
But before Essence goes anywhere, can we please give our hostess with the very mostest a huge round of applause? Essence, that teaching really paid off. Thank you so much. So as co-chairs of the 2023 LUNAFEST, from the bottom of my heart, Helen and I thank you for being here. So we just wanted to give a couple thank yous before we leave. First of all, I wanted to mention the cookies that came to your table. Those were courtesy of the JJC Culinary Arts Department. And I want to let you know something about JJC Culinary Arts that's pretty amazing. So there are less than 80 master chefs in the whole entire world, And not even Chef Ramsay is a real master chef. It's just a television show. 2 of the master chefs in the whole entire world gained their culinary arts certification from Joliet Junior College, and they currently teach at Joliet Junior College. So when I say that's amazing, that's pretty amazing. I also want to give a huge shout out. Did anybody enjoy the popcorn? Yeah? So the owners from Pappas, if you could please stand up. Walter and Leanne Dean. They are here tonight with us, and of course, Trinity Services also sponsored that popcorn. So thank you again. And if there's any extras, you'll find me with my big old purse putting it in there. And then, of course, Helen and I, first of all, I want to thank Helen, because this whole entire concept of bringing LunaFest to the Joliet area is 100% her. And when Helen has a vision and a dream and something in her head, get out the way. Because it's gonna happen. And when it happens with the details of care and just amazing intricacies that make this night so special and thoughtful. So can we please give Helen a big round of applause? I'm so blessed to have her as my best friend. And then I would like the members of our planning team to please stand up if you could. So we have Lisa Pappas back there, who is our amazing social media guru. Dr. Judy Mitchell, thank you so much for all of your support. The amazing Bonnie Winfrey, who we hope that you will be interviewed with after the show. Karen Pastel, who amazingly took care of all of our finances and put us on track.
And they are Kathy Cawley. Where's Kathy Cawley? Kathy gives us great support, and when you talk about things happening to people, Kathy had something unforeseen happen to her, and took a little short trip to Australia, and her husband had an accident and had to spend the entire month there, and she wrote, I mean, it was unexpected, and just like the gentleman said, you know, things happen to you, and just because you're a good person doesn't mean bad things are not going to happen to you. But you have to be resilient, and I remember Dr. Natalie Coleman saying the other day, endurance and resiliency. And many of us in here have gone through things, and endurance and being resilient is the thing that will get you through. And our amazing president, Beth Colvin. Beth has done all the printing that you see here, and she's so easy to work with. She calls you and says, what about this, what about that, and then keeps us on track. So we appreciate her guidance. What would you like, Helen? That's her favorite phrase, and I really do appreciate that. Sometimes when you have a dream, basically you invite people in for the planning portion of it, and you know that you got a great team together when people come into your dream. They don't hijack your dream. They say, well, how can I help you? And that's the type of folks that we try to surround ourselves. Now, this lady here is amazing. Give her a hand. She's just amazing. We work well together. We put a great team together, and also we're our let's see, I think Pat Perrier and Peggy that greeted you this evening. So we have an amazing team, and we're very appreciative of all our Zontian sisters that support everything that we do. Just had a big fundraiser the other month, and they're back here supporting us. The reason why we're here is to make sure women that are non-traditional, that just don't come out of high school to go to college, and do this, that have children, that are involved in domestic violence, that try to recreate themselves, have an opportunity. And that we as women really, really need to make sure you're uplifting someone every day. So do you feel uplifted tonight? And most of all, I want to thank Dr. J.D. Ross. Dr. J.D. Ross is a friend of mine. Dr. Ross is really a wonderful person. I live with him. And so he was able to tolerate me very well. He is just, I have to say, he's an amazing human being. I'd even like him if he wasn't my husband. Yeah. And Terry Darcy, actually, Terry Darcy, we were talking, it was way back in October, and I was talking about LUNAFEST and this and that, and he goes, well, that sounds really interesting, and he said something like, count me in. Well, I didn't know what count me in means when you're talking to Terry Darcy, because way back then, he just kept saying, he said, I went online, I really liked that. And when Terry Darcy says count me in, you don't know that it means big money count me in. And so we totally appreciate him, and we can't say enough about Kathy Cawley, and she has been with us all along, and Exxon, I'm very, very, very proud of Pete Colorelli that's come along, and usually Exxon, all their financing is done overseas, and usually takes us months and months and months and months to get that check. Well, tonight, Pete showed up. The check showed up before Pete the other day, and we're just thrilled. So thank you so much, and please, your complimentary picture, Mr. Bill Hamilton and his team, please get, and we're very appreciative of him coming along, and he's a perfectionist sort of like we are. So, Mr. Hamilton, thank you so much. We really appreciate you. So I think, and then also Bonnie Winfrey with Zonta on the Move, please stop and be interviewed so you can say you've been on TV. We would appreciate that. So all in all, I'm so appreciative that you decided to spend your evening with the Zontians with us. And we appreciate all of your support, and we hope to see you soon. Take care of yourself, and remember, uplift a sister.
Hi, with me now I have Christy Mulvey, the Executive Director of the Foundation and Institutional Advancement at Joliet Junior College. Hi, Christy.
Hi.
I know you were here last year with LUNAFEST and you're back this year. Can you tell us what you thought and your impression of the night?
You know what, it's a great event, and we're very thankful from Joliet Junior College that the proceeds, some of the proceeds to this event go to an endowed scholarship, actually 2 scholarships that Zonta provides to students at Joliet Junior College. So I'm here to support that and thank the Zonta Club. But, you know, I've been to a lot of events through raising money for Joliet Junior College, and this is a very unique event. It's very different. You know, you go to a lot of golf outings and galas and things like that, but, you know, to be able to see films, and you know, my son's an actor, and to like watch all of this happening and be able to talk about it, it's just a unique event. I like something different, and I feel that Zonta has brought something to the community that's different. As you can tell, the energy in the room is nuts. Everybody likes to see each other, but then watch the films, and it's just a great night. I just loved it. I look forward to it.
Oh, good. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We appreciate the support of Joliet Junior College. I know you support and partner with Zonta, which means a great deal to the community and to our high school girls at Joliet Township High School that, you know, transition to JJC. So it's just a perfect partnership. Thank you again for attending tonight.
You're welcome.
And enjoy the evening.
I surely will.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, with me now is Caroline Portlock, the Executive Director of the Workforce Investment Board. Caroline, thank you so much for joining us tonight. And what's your impression of the evening?
Oh my gosh, this is so great, Judy. You know, what I love about Zonta is it is all about empowering women, and the films that we saw tonight are absolutely that. Seeing someone else's perspective, right, and having stories told through that perspective, I just thought was really neat.
Oh, good. I know. Is this your first year?
It is. It
oh,
is.
my gosh, that's wonderful. I know last year was for the first year for Zonta, for the LUNAFEST, but this year I think is even just more exciting, you know, new people, new faces, and the same. So we see that the participants continue to increase. And again, just the little film clips, the conversation I thought was so inspirational tonight.
Well, and I think, you know, when you start to promote something that really is about empowering other people and getting to hear their voice on things, then others want to join in the fun. And so that's what I think is really electrifying about tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you for taking time out of the evening to talk with me, and enjoy the rest of the night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do we all agree that LUNAFEST was great?
Yes.
Wonderful. Oh my God, you got to meet my new set of friends. Tell everybody who you are.
My name is Kathy.
Kathy, nice to meet you.
And my name is Sue.
Sue.
Janice.
And my name is Nancy.
Oh my God, these ladies here are amazing. Tell us what you liked most about LUNAFEST.
Well, I'll tell you what, there's a lot of negativity in the world right now. A lot of people seem angry or stressed. To me, the evening was a step into a positive, energized, kind, uplifting world. The whole thing, the whole vibe of the whole evening, the people that were here, the films were, every one of them was great. But I feel like I'm leaving a lot more encouraged than when I came.
That's great. What about you?
I agree with Kathy. We met new friends at our table. The people were just wonderful. I totally agree with her. The films were educational, but yet not shoved in your face educational, if you get my drift. And I just can't say enough about how friendly everybody was.
It's
a
great.
Really, really great. I honestly, I never even thought about this. It's a club, basically, isn't it? Never even thought about it until our girlfriend brought it up.
That's great. Wow.
It was good.
All right.
I thought it was a very positive evening. We need positive things, and women do make things different and try and make things better. And as much as we're all different, we are all alike.
Mm-hmm.
What I like.
Well, what I want to know is, are you going swimming in November?
I think I will hang up my bikini about that time. But basically, what I really liked in this evening was all different ages of women who are empowered in many different ways. And the movies were done excellent. I have a nephew who's in cinematography, and I have to say these films were done quality, and brought the message across to every one of us that change is good, and if you never try something to change things, you'll never know in experience what is good.
That's amazing. Thank you so much. I want to thank you all. And I'm glad you're going away with a positive mind, positive attitude, and that's what it's all about, you know?
It is.
Thank you again.
Thank you very much.
You're so cute.
Okay, I'm here with Dr. J.D. Ross, who is one of my favorite people, and I just want to know what you thought about LUNAFEST. You know, this is the third year. A lot of it has happened in your home. You know, I bet your whole house has like candy bars, Luna bars, and some other things and everything else. Yeah, but you know, it turned out really, really well. Just want to get your thoughts.
Oh, this was a fabulous evening. The films were great.
Mm-hmm.
There was a powerful story in each one, and I enjoyed the table discussion with people I was seated with. Very great evening.
That is good. For the people out there that thought about coming but didn't come, encourage them to come next year.
Oh, absolutely. This is just a wonderful experience to see films that are written and produced by women, about women, and then have an opportunity to discuss the significance of each one. It's just a great evening.
That is great. See, this man, he is so full of wisdom. And you know, this is Helen Hester Ross's husband. And they just make a great team. And, you know, he encourages her, he inspires her, and she does the same thing for him. But tell me why it works, your relationship.
Well, we're both givers for one thing, and then that's one thing that we share in common. You know, we're always supporting each other, and we're always out there trying to do something. So couldn't do it without the support, to be honest.
That is great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I'm here with Flora Betts right now, and I just want to know, what did you think about LunaFest?
Oh my gosh, you talk about empowering women. This is the place to be. I am so glad that I chose to come because I wasn't really familiar with Zonta. But after this experience with the program and meeting so many women that have been empowered and are in positions of making a difference, I feel good. I really feel great.
This is great coming from you. Tell everybody about your background in education.
Well, I started in Joliet student teaching in 1973, and my major was business education. I loved the community, and I prayed to God to allow me to be able to teach in this community, and he opened up a door for me with District 204 in business education. And I taught business education, worked on my principal's degree or certification, and worked in the dean's office for about 10 years. And I just love working with the students. I hope I have helped to change lives. I retired in 2006, and I'm still here. I love Joliet. I love the community, and I just want to be able to do what I can to make a difference.
So good, and thank you for coming out to LunaFest. So good to see you. This is so good. It's so good to see you. I'm here with two journalism students. You've got to tell our friends at home what your name is. Your names are.
My name's Ariana Westbrooks.
Nice to meet you, Ariana.
My name is Allie Rangel.
Nice to meet you. Now, tell me, I'm a journalist, so they have my heart here. What are you interested in doing when you think about journalism?
Well, I really like doing a video style journalism because, like, when you think of journalism, there's many facets to it. Like, you could be writing the scripts, you can be out searching for the story. But over the summer, I kind of did like an internship type of thing where it focused on like cinematography and really storytelling. So I really like documentary style journalism.
I've produced several documentary films, yeah. All this week I've been judging the Emmys. So, yes. So you're talking about my field of expertise, and I love that, and I want to encourage you both to go all the way in it. So tell me about what you're interested in regards to journalism.
One of my goals for journalism is just when finding a story, making sure to tell the truth, the honest side of it. Just because I feel like a lot of our media, that especially our youth gets with like social media, it's a lot of warped and like unreal.
It is.
So I definitely want to be able to report what's actually going on.
Storytelling is so important, and I just want to encourage both of you to, when you go and you get a story, dig deep, investigate, and tell the truth. You know what I mean? There's so many opinions out there today, and you know, journalism has really changed a whole lot. So what did you think about LunaFest?
I thought it was a great experience to be here and to watch these videos made by women for women, just empowering women. They had a lot of important messages that I think a lot of women here needed to hear tonight.
That's so true. What about you?
I thought it was really great. I came here with high standards, and even then it blew that out of the park. Like the cinematography, everything, it was just so well made, and it was very high quality.
Cinematography is so important and so key to telling a story. A lot of people think it's just about the words, but it's the combination of everything. And once you gel that, you have something that's very rewarding.
Yes.
So are you excited about the future and what you're going to obtain?
Yes, I'm very excited. I'm looking at colleges right now, like just my future. I'm making very important decisions right now that will impact me for the rest of my life.
That is something like I said, I was judging the Emmys all this week. This is my third go with the Emmys.
Really?
Yes. And so I get to see like all types of productions from around the world and judge them. And it's a good thing. So I like what you're saying. I like what you're doing. I want to encourage you to move forward. And if you get an idea in your head, pursue it and find experts to help you. There are so many people, including myself, that are willing to just help you in every way. Oh my God, LunaFest 2023 has been so exciting.
It was an amazing night. Everyone was so excited. The conversations were just delightful, and the people were just sharing stories, and so powerful.
Very powerful. The food was great. It's just been amazing. People have gotten together that haven't gotten together in a long time, and they're just talking about how they have really, really enjoyed all the films and the healing messages behind them all.
Absolutely, and I think that's an opportunity for women to speak out, because all too often you might not have someone to share with or talk about something that you've had in a life experience. And tonight, regardless if you were sitting next to someone you know or someone new, you were able to create that bond and share your stories and be there for one another. It was an amazing, wonderful night. Such a great time.
Oh, when you think about it, you say, why LunaFest in regards to Zonta? Let's talk about some of the things that we've done lately.
Oh, exactly. I think it was just, a couple of months ago,
Yes,
we
just
marched
a
for
couple months
domestic
ago.
violence.
Right.
And the turnout from the Zonta group of Joliet, I think we probably had well over 75 people. We had Joliet Township High School, the band was with us. We had many political figures that showed up and spoke on behalf of Zonta, thanking us for the work that we're doing in the community. We have, had our students come in with from the Z Club that have come in and provided and demonstrated presentations to our club to tell us what they've been doing to support Zonta at an early age in high school. So seeing these young women empowered and supported by the community has just been amazing.
The other thing is we just had an induction for the Z Club, and it was amazing to see the young women come forward, and they just want to give and just help other people. We have a big anniversary coming up real soon.
We do.
Yeah.
Very excited.
So you're going to hear more of that. We want you to stay tuned for that. But back to LunaFest, it is just an amazing event. It has just been something that people look forward to every year. We want you to mark your calendar. Stay tuned for the information. It will be around the same time next year. And just really look forward to this.
Oh, absolutely. And you know what, I just want to highlight too, our speaker this year was Essence Clark. She did a phenomenal job and was so inspirational to so many in the room. And so each year we look for someone, hopefully local or someone that has really impacted lives of women throughout. And so, again, Essence did a fantastic job. We look forward to next year, and we hope everyone is here to join us. And we see, our enrollment double, for the participants that come. It was so much fun.
And if you're out there and you're thinking you want to join us, go to zontaclubofjoliet.org and just get in touch with us and say that you are interested in joining us. We look forward to it.
Right, we meet once a month at Al's Steakhouse. It's a great opportunity, again, networking. We talk in the beginning, share with each other, with one another within the club. We have speakers, we have report outs from the committee. So it's so worthwhile. It just makes you feel good. you leave just inspired by what you've heard and what we're doing and the new initiatives. So it's an amazing, wonderful organization, all supporting women, again, across the world.
Yes, our mission is about change, and we are making changes. And this event tonight, LunaFest, is just one example of it. And we thank you so much for joining us. I'm Bonnie Winfrey.
And I'm Judy Mitchell. Thank you.